Hey guys, how's it going? So I have been on a big close air support kick. The server I play on has a bunch of FARPs and airfields and bases that you can attack, and most of them are guarded by SAM sites, AAA, and other not so friendly things to aircraft. And so I've been getting some good hits on targets with harms, bombs, mavericks, rockets, guns, but I don't always get to see the damage I cause. So in this mission, I'm trying to capture on camera or on stream or whatever you want to call it, some good battle damage from some bomb hits. So we are going to get airborne. There is an air base about 20 miles inland that we are going to go and attempt to bomb. This is the same air base that I have been attacking for about the past hour now. It was guarded by some pretty heavy SA-11 coverage that I had to use a lot of harms on to whittle away at, because those SA-11s wouldn't even let me get close to the airfield. So now we've got it down to some shorter range SAM sites, and so this particular aircraft is outfitted with 2 harms, 3 Mark 84 2,000-pound bombs, and then guns. We've also got 2 Fox 2s and 2 AMRAAMs, but we're not getting into any air-to-air engagements on this short hop, so we're not worried about that. So here's our plan. Plan is to take the 2 harms that we've got, and we are going to drop them down on top of the SAM sites and get them to engage them. If we destroy them, that's awesome. That would be ideal. But we don't necessarily need that to happen. All we need them to do is shoot at them. That'll buy us some time to get low and get away from them. They'll have to adjust their fire control radar, adjust the control of their missile launcher to get a shooting solution on us, and that should buy us some time to cover the distance between the threat ring and the airfield, and that should allow us to drop some bombs. We might not get away scot-free, but we should be able to get to the airfield at least. So I got my harms selected, and I've got that SAM site locked up. The SAM site is just inside or just between the runway and the taxiway of the airfield, but you can't really see it from this far out. So we're at 20,000 feet. We'll gain a little bit more altitude just because altitude equals more speed for harms, and that is always good. It means a less chance of them getting shot down. And Magnum 1, and we'll wait for that fire control radar to show back up. There it is. Cycling to it. Got it. Locked. Magnum 2. Switching to our bombs. And it's locked us up like we thought it would. But as you can see, it is fired. But it hasn't fired at us. It's fired at our harms, which is what we wanted it to do. So we are getting low, getting fast. We've got our jammer on, so that might help us out a little bit here. We're being locked up again. That's okay. Still hasn't fired at us. And bombs away. We're rolling, we're jinking a little bit, but not too much because we want to see what happens. There's some AAA fire we got to dodge. Pull up a little bit. And impact. And that is a lot of hits. A lot of AAA damaged. It looks like a sand launcher hit too. So we're pulling hard. And we are out of here. Now, normally in that type of strike, I would not have hung around to look at what had happened. I would have been jinking and dodging and pulling every which way to try to avoid that AAA. But that is what 3 2,000-pound bombs look like. And as is tradition with any good sortie, we are going to hot-foot it back to the carrier, try to do a successful carrier recovery. So there's a couple different ways that you can navigate back to the carrier. The easiest way is TACAN. I don't know what the TACAN frequency is, and I forget how to look it up. So I'm using my air-to-ground radar, and I can see those 3 hashes on the right DDI screen there. Those are the 3 ships in our fleet. They are 25 miles out, and so I'm putting them just off to my right, so that'll set me up to come in on the left, and that'll set me up for a nice appropriate landing with the carrier face the right direction. That was a great bombing run. Felt real good about that. Happy I captured that. So they're inside 20 miles, closer to 15 miles, so we're starting our descent now. Got our hook out already. And I usually like to start my slowdown at about 10 miles, which is coming up here. And I'm looking off to the right there for the boats. I think I saw them, but it's hard to tell from here. The glare's pretty bad. No matter what your radar tells you, you never feel quite right until you make visual contact with the boat. But there they are, 3 pretty maids in a row: the Roosevelt, the Stennis, and the Tarawa. We will be landing on the middle of the 3, the John C. Stennis. And I've got us in a lazy right-hand turn. I'm going to go ahead and drop my landing gear and my flaps now. I like where we're situated here. Altitude's not bad, speed's okay. Speed's fairly easy to bleed off if you have a little too much. Now we're drifting out to the left here. I'm kind of weirdly orientated. If I pulled back to the right here, I'd come straight in and it would be a perfect recovery. But I start pulling right here and I don't realize that I'm out kind of hard left. But I realize it here, give it a little extra power. I like to come in a little hotter. Most people come in around 150 knots. She's a big bird. She's got some good legs on her. She can take a little impact. The key is just to run her aground on the deck. We're literally run out of power onto the deck. We're coming in, we're just trying to snag a wire. Any wire will do. That looks like the second wire. And we are stopped. So we'll toggle the hook. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it.